Hello everyone and welcome back to the topic of the week. And the topic of the week this week is anger and everything that is related to anger. So if you see someone who is quite aggressive and is, building himself up or herself up, and that anger just develops into a rage that actually started with phases before. So what is the actual cause for anger? Most of the time, it's actually a deep, profound wound that was caused in childhood, and it's a hurt, it's a pain. So this is where it began in childhood. And if you see someone who's quite angry or frustrated easily, stressed, impatience is actually included in anger because it's a form. When you notice that you're getting very impatient with someone, you also kind of feel angry. Annoyance, that is included in anger. And all of these stem from hurt, from something that caused you pain. Most of the time, it is due to your childhood. Maybe something or someone did something that caused you that wound. And as everyone is different, we're all individuals, we all have different childhoods, we all have different experiences. So your sibling might have had a completely different perspective on life than you did because you may have been treated differently, you may have interacted with different people. So we are all unique. So sometimes someone may have had painful experiences in their childhood and they develop in adult life, they develop depression, right? And there's others that it comes out in anger. So we're all different. So one of the things I actually wanted to talk about is to do as a parent when we get impatient with our children and you notice that they stress you and they are pressing your buttons, especially in those moments where you're like, nothing, why is this an issue now? Why is my child not doing as I want? Why are they not listening to me? One of the things that gets people angry is when they feel they are not heard, they are not seen, they are not important. These are all wounds that may have related back to when they were children. Maybe they weren't taken seriously. Maybe they didn't really have a voice. Maybe there is that wound there that is now in your adult life being triggered with all sorts of things. So if you're a parent and your children aren't listening to you and you've told them for the 10th time they need to brush their teeth, or they need to finish up their dinner, or whatever it may be that is frustrating you, and you notice how this wave of anger, impatience, annoyance, frustration, all of those emotions is getting to you, it's probably because you don't feel heard, right? And there is a wound there from childhood that is making you respond in such an expressive and sometimes negative way. And I think especially with kids, we think, oh yeah, but children, sometimes they act out and sometimes it's normal to shout and scream. It's actually not normal. We just think it is normal because our children drive us bonkers sometimes. We love them, but sometimes, they do know how to press those right buttons. And those buttons were already there when you were a child. They were created when you were a child. So isn't the best thing to do to be able to respond better to your children? If you don't have children, it doesn't matter, to the people around you, to not be triggered by your boss, by your sister, by your brother, by whoever that gets to you. And it's always, if you look at the moments where you feel triggered, and when I say triggered, it's that feeling in your chest, or wherever it may be, because for some people, we feel a pain in our stomach, or we have that sensation of anxiety where something got to us emotionally. Maybe become aware of when the trigger actually sets in. Is it when I'm not heard, or is it when I feel insecure or someone's about to judge me or criticize me? There's always a reason for it, and most of those tend to start in childhood. So as you know, one of the incredible solutions for being able to release anger and to release frustration, stress, impatience, paranoia, there are so many issues that are in that group of anger and hurt, obviously. If you really want to free yourself from this, maybe even become an even better, more grounded, calmer, relaxed and peaceful parent that responds lovingly, you can still be authoritative in moments when you're when your children maybe aren't doing the right thing, they're being naughty or something isn't going the way as planned, there's still a way to respond in a calm manner where you still have, that authority, but you are not out of control and you're not losing your shit, because that is sometimes what happens to us, where those dragon moments come out. And even if you don't have children, it doesn't matter. If it's with your partner or with someone and it gets you, become aware of what that trigger actually is, and maybe reflect back like, oh, does this happen with other people? In what situations does this come up? I actually have the most phenomenal, incredible solution to this, and you know what I'm going to say, because it's RTT. And I need to add this because there are so many different ways that you can heal yourself, right? There are so many different techniques that you can use, and I highly recommend or invite you to try meditation, because there are so many benefits to meditating. You do have a calmer mind afterwards. You do feel more present and grateful and just in the moment. So even if you say, oh, I can't do meditation because I don't have the patience for it, even just listening for 5 minutes to calming music and just listening to your breath. It doesn't matter if there's thoughts. You don't have to say, oh no, I can't think, I'm doing it wrong. No, it doesn't matter. Welcome those thoughts, then focus back on your breathing, because your mind, it can't do 10 things at the same time. If you are focusing on your breathing and saying, I am in this moment, I am in this moment, you can't think of, what am I going to do for my shopping? Where am I going to drive late? It's just not possible. So if you keep bringing yourself back to those thoughts and to speaking those words, then you will be able to stay focused. Or if 5 minutes is too much, do it with 2. See how long you can last. And every day you can do a little bit more. There's no pressure or no rush. This is just for you. But another incredible way on top of that you can heal old wounds and free yourself from anger, from frustration, from stress at work, at home, anything. If it just, you feel like you've got the world on your shoulders and you're just about to explode and burst, it's okay. It's okay to feel like that. We have to hide. We're in this world where we have to kind of hide our emotions and be perfect on social media, but we're human beings and things happen to us, and sometimes we don't respond the way that we wished we had, right? We realize that afterwards, and sometimes even we struggle to accept that we made a mistake, and that's the ego. And if you can pop that ego bubble and just say, okay, there was something that hurt me in that moment when that person said this, and I responded quite outrageously. Maybe if I go back and speak to that person and apologize, I'm going to be able to let that guilt and that feeling of anger go. I'm not saying that this will solve the problem of being an angry person or being easily frustrated or stressed or impatient, but it is a right step in the right direction. So RTT actually is based on hypnosis. It's incredible. I've helped a lot of people with anger issues, especially with impatience and much, much more. It's very, very straightforward. I will regress you back to the cause of the anger, of the hurt, whatever feeling, whatever problem you may have. We will find out what the cause is, and you will have gained beliefs. I'm not important, I'm not worthy, I'm always alone, no one cares about me, no one listens to me. Whatever belief it may be, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, blah, 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 blah. My dad was impatient, so that's the parent that I need to be. Whatever it may be, we're going to end those beliefs attached to those scenes. We're going to completely eliminate them and reframe your subconscious mind, because that's where 95% of all the things that you do, it's because of the things, the beliefs, the knowledge that is stored in your subconscious mind. So wouldn't it be great if you could access that, completely rewire, reinstall, reframe and reprogram your entire subconscious mind, and be able to be that beautiful person that you deserve to be free, happy, joyful, relaxed, calm, peaceful, aligned and balanced, because that is what you can achieve with RTT. I'm always here to help you. You can go onto my website, leliahypnosis.com, or on social media for Lelia Hypnosis. I'm always available, and I look forward to inviting you as my client. I always make the time, and I love to do what I do, and it truly fulfills me, and it makes me so happy to be an RTT therapist. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. Take care and have the most magical, wonderful, calm and serene day. Take care.